Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another beautiful Tuesday of studying together. We're going to be learning outdoors today. You'll hear the birds and the crickets. I don't know how much longer we'll have to learning outdoors because, in Toronto, winter seems to find its way. But for now, it's a glorious, gorgeous day. Oh, hot to be outdoors. So good morning everyone, and we'll start off by giving tzedakah. So if you have a coin, give out tzedakah, Shem Yikarev V'Sisar Geula. Okay, put in your coins here. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Francesca. All right, so we have Israel and Italy on the line. Any other countries, please feel free to put it down in the posts. Okay, I'm going to mention all the names that we're going to be having in mind today for Tehillim, for Refuah Shalema. Feel free to put down anyone's names that you would like us to pray for. Hi, good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Corinne. I also want to say that tomorrow evening is my parents' 60th wedding anniversary. It's on a very auspicious date, the 18th of Elul. That's the birthday of the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Hasidic movement, which is also the author of the Tanya, as well as the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement. So we have the Baal Shem Tov, the Alter Rebbe, the founder of Chabad, and my parents got married on that day 60 years ago. So, hey, good morning, Marilyn. I miss you. Okay, so we're going to say to them also a dear friend in Israel, Jerusalem, who's having surgery today, Sarah Freda Basfagel. So we wish her a successful and easy surgery and easy recovery. Okay, Tehillim from Moshe ben Miriam, Moshe Yitzchak ben Rachel Reza, Yehudis bas Sarah, Yaakov Moshe ben Necha, Chana Dvorah bas Golda Basya, Tzipora bas Rachel Miriam, Eliezer ben Razel, Baruch ben Esther, Yisrael ben Esther Golda. Thank you, Rosalie. And for anyone else who needs special blessings, good morning, Arlene. Good morning, Rosalie. Good morning. Yes. Hi, Lauren. Mazel tov. Thank you. Good morning, Heather. Okay. So, very excited. We're up to chapter 2 in our book of Shaar Habitachon. Yonatan ben Leah. Absolutely. Anybody else want to put down some names? Okay. Anybody want to put down some people that you know who need a refuah shalema or need a little extra blessings? We could do this class in their honor. Okay. So I know someone reached out to me last week and she wanted to know, she has this book, Shaar Habitachon. We are actually on page 46. So if you have this book, feel free to open it up and we will get straight to it. I love this book. By the way, let me know if any of you are enjoying, good morning, Elise, if you're enjoying this Shaar Habitachon. If you're gaining, if you're feeling that it's making a little bit of a transformation in your life, the way you look at your family, your life situation, if you're feeling more hopeful, more positive, give me a thumbs up if this book is resonating you. I know we learned for 2 years, we've been learning Tanya, and a lot of people told me that that's changed. The teaching of Tanya has changed their life. Okay, Arlene's saying very enjoyable. Corinne says she's loving the book. Shirley, you have any opinion on this? If this book of trust is resonating with you? I know that it resonates with me a lot. I was with a few friends yesterday at their cottage and we were talking a lot about Bitachon, and I was doing the, Rosa says it's helpful. Good. I was teaching them and we were doing together, breathe in Bitachon, breathe out anxiety. Right? Does that, Corinne says she uses some of the techniques. Good morning, Brenda. I met your daughter. 2 nights ago at a wedding. What a treat. Such a delightful young woman. She have a lot of nachas from her. Hi, good morning, Helga. So, breathing in Habitachon, breathing out anxiety. Just the reality that we are not in control and that there's a creator who loves us. And I think that's the key. And there are many women that think that, well, I'm not worthy of God's trust and God, and that God should always do good for me. I mean, just a typical Jew. I mean, I took Lashon Hara here and there. I'm not perfect, my Shabbat. I'm not so, who of us are perfect? Like, which one of us? Except for the 36 hidden righteous tzaddikim, like, which one of us is perfect? Of course not. But, thank you, Lauren. She says, I love the way you teach the concepts. Yes, it's a very practical book. I find it very practical and very easy to integrate into my life at any moment. And now school is starting, Rosh Hashanah. There's a lot of reasons to be anxious. Do I have enough teachers? How's it going to be with the COVID? What's going to happen? I'm just letting go and letting God. You ever heard that expression? Give me a thumbs up if you ever heard that expression. Because it is such a brilliant awareness. Letting go and letting God. Have you ever heard that before? Anybody? Need some feedback here. All right. I see a few thumbs up. So you've heard this before. What does it mean, letting go and letting God? It means that we don't have to carry all of our worries, challenges on our shoulders. And my favorite story is the elderly man that was walking to a city in Russia. And he was walking, he couldn't afford a carriage. Comes along a beautiful carriage and a very, very wealthy man leading the horses along the way. And he sees an elderly man who's really struggling with his little peckala. He stops the horse, stops the wagon, and he says to the old man, hey, where are you going? He goes, I'm going to the city of Moscow. He goes, well, you're in luck. That's where I'm going now. Jump onto the wagon. You ever heard of the expression, jump onto the bandwagon? So he jumps onto the wagon, and he sees the man is still sitting there carrying this peckala on his back. He says to him, why are you carrying the peckala on your back? Just put it down. He goes, oh, no. You are so kind that you are carrying me already. I can't afford to ask you and your horse to have to exert any more energy and to carry the load of this bag. And the owner of this wagon says, Dumkap. Okay, maybe he didn't use that word. He says, Reb Yid. He says, you and your bag already are putting weight on the wagon. You think if you put it on your if you take it off your shoulder, it's going to make it easier? That's how we have to look at life. We know Hashem created the world and is running the day-to-day experiences. However, you think that your little peckala, that extra little thing you need, is too much to ask Hashem? So that's why you have to worry about it at night? So that's why you have to toss and turn a whole night? Because God can't worry about my little staff members. That's not like God's creating a whole world. He's going to worry about my little Torah tats. God created a whole world, but he's going to worry about my daughter finding a shidduch, about my husband getting a job. He's going to worry about my hip problem. Really? He's got such big things. But that's the point, my friends. Hashem created the whole world and all the little details in it. Think about a caterer. We're looking now at getting a new caterer for the show. We met this amazing caterer. I'm not going to say who yet till it's done deal. But this guy has an amazing reputation. He has class. He has great taste. His presentation is gorgeous. We went to a wedding this week, and he was the caterer. Just fantastic. Now, do you think as a caterer, he says, I'm just going to worry about the big picture. I'm not going to worry about every ingredient in the salad dressing. I mean, if I leave out a little salt or garlic, who's going to know? Well, your guest who eats that salad will know. Because someone who's involved in their business knows that each detail is important. To Hashem, every detail is important. You are important. Your life is important. Your child's life is important. And every detail about their life is important. Whether they make the plane, whether they miss the plane. You know, Shalom Bear, my youngest precious boy, was back to California this week on Sunday night. Actually, he was supposed to leave Sunday morning, and they sent him an email. Your flight is canceled, but we're putting you on another flight Sunday evening. However, this one has a stopover. I don't like stopovers because, you know, there's a 50-minute time lapse for you to catch the flight, and I'm rolling my eyes thinking, oh no. Shouldn't have done that, but that was my first gut reaction. Shalom goes there, and sure enough, he misses the flight because his flight from Toronto was delayed. And he calls us up at 11:30. You know, my flight's at 7 in the morning, and I have a brother in Chicago, but like there's a pay to go all the way to him, and then get there at 12:30, then I have to leave again at 4 in the morning. So anyway, he gets a line. They give him a hotel right there with a shuttle. And he goes, why did this have to happen? I want to get back to yeshiva tonight. And my husband said to him, this was meant to be. Possibly someone that you're going to meet now on the way to the hotel or on the way back or on the flight tomorrow. You had to meet. Hashem orchestrates everything. Did you have enough sandwiches? Yes. Good mamas. We made him a lot of sandwiches for his trip to California, and that will take him through till the next day. Trusting in Hashem takes the edge off. You know those friends, and you might be one of those people that's always on edge. Whether it's your husband talking to you, you're edgy. Whether it's your children, you're on edge. You go into the doctor's appointment, you're worried. Everything is a worry because you feel like you're in control. You're in control of your life. You're in control of your destiny. So today's chapter 2 is going to teach us something very interesting. It's going to give an outline on what kind of person can you trust in. Like if I say to you, just have trust, it'll be okay. So what do we need to be able to put our full trust in something, meaning God or someone? So Rabbeinu Bachaya, the author of this book, once again, Shaar Habitachon, for those of you who just joined, the author of this book says there are 7 qualities that a person who is being trusted must possess in order to gain someone's trust. They have to have 7 qualities. And we're going to see, and I want actually to ask you, if you trust someone, okay, so let's say the Prime Minister said, I'm coming to your house, and for a week we can have a conversation about anything you need or want, and I will help you bring those needs and desires to fruition. And I don't need a fancy house. You can have takeout for supper. You know, you can give me just a regular coffee in the morning. I just want to come for the week, spend time in your house, and you tell me everything you're worrying about. So now, I want you to put down in the comments, what qualities does this person have to have for you to trust in him or her? And then we're going to see if those qualities that you put down, hi Sharon, good morning, if you put down those qualities right here in the comments, if those resonate with the 7 qualities of trustworthiness that Rabbeinu Bachaya lists are most important in a person for you to trust. Now, all of you, a good listener, okay, number 1, excellent. Anyone else? Because I'm not going to give these tricks or these most trusted ideas to you until I hear from you. So we have number one, we have a good listener. Okay, what are other things that you feel, like when you confide in someone, or you have an opportunity to speak to someone that is very important and successful, and you trust in them. Francesca, truthful, reliability, excellent. All right, keep it coming. What are other qualities that a person who's being trusted, a good person and a righteous person? Compassion. Whoa, we're good. Okay, honest. Amazing. Okay, keep it covering. You guys are covering almost all of these qualities that we're looking for in a person you could trust. Yira Shemayim, Belinda, excellent. Someone who has fear of God. Oh, recommendation from people who know him or her. Okay, that's great. So you're not just relying on yourself, but you know the others. Non-judgmental, kind. All right. Fantastic. Okay, Barb, do you have any recommendations? Sensitive. Beautiful. Okay, I love this feedback, and I think you are on it. Okay, so are you ready? Give me a thumbs up or a heart emoji if you are ready. Honesty, Jill, good. Honesty, right. So someone else said that. Very good. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. If you're ready to hear the top 7 list. You ready? The top 7 list. If you want, Liba, good. Someone's caring and compassionate. Excellent. Humble and non-judgmental. I like it. Top 7. So I know I'm not, what's that comedian's name? Yikes. That does the top 10 list. I'm doing the top 7 qualities that a person who is being trusted must possess in order to fully gain other people's trust. Top 7 list. And here we go. Number 1. Are you ready? Number 1. The top 1 thing is a friend must possess, and a few of you said this, a friend must possess the character traits of rachamim, chemla, and ahava. And a few of you covered this. You said compassion, empathy, and love. Right, Liba? You said compassion, and a few of you said that. Compassion, empathy, and love. And Rabbeinu Bachaya says like this: Ki ha'adam kishehu yodei b'chavero, shehu merachim v'chomel alav, yiftach bo v'tanuach nafsho alav b'chol ma sheyitrichehu mi'inyanehu. Knowing that a friend has compassion and empathy for him, will place his trust, a person will place his trust and have peace of mind due to his reliance on him regarding all pressing matters. Now, before we talk about the first top 10 list, before the top 10, that factor that you have to have, I want to ask you, how many of you have absolute menuchas hanefesh? Menuchas hanefesh means tranquility. How many of you have absolute tranquility in life? You could give me a thumbs up, or you could say in comments, yes, not always, or no. Okay? You have absolute tranquility in life. Okay. So I don't see a lot of thumbs up. So I assume that none of us have absolute tranquility. That's okay, because we're learning now Shaar Habitachon. And when we learn Shaar Habitachon, it's going to teach us and give us the tools and the skills we need to be able to bring our lives to a place of tranquility. You know, money is a fantastic gift. Good health is a must of a gift. Friends is a brilliant gift. Good skin, a lovely gift. Great hair, a cute gift, nice clothes, great body image, nice gift. But the greatest gift is menuchas hanefesh. Now, I know people who tell me health is the most important thing, and they have health, and they still don't have tranquility. So what is it? If you know that you have health and you have everything, why are people still not having menuchas hanefesh? Right? So if you can trust in someone because they have these top 7 quality gifts, you will be able to have tranquility. So here we go. Number 1, we said, is compassion, empathy, and love. Knowing that a friend has compassion and empathy will give you peace of mind. And he will feel confident that his friend will fulfill any request of him. However, this is the big however. Do you think that compassion alone, these 3 synonyms of compassion and empathy and love, do you think that alone is enough to create trust in the person? Right? The friend might care and love you, but what if that friend is a little bit lazy and sometimes he can't always help you because he's busy with other things? He has a life. I mean, he also has a family and a job and other people that need him. So he doesn't think about you a whole day. So is that quality alone enough for you to trust in him? No. You need the second quality. So what's the second quality? So he says, "V'hashein is sheyeyodea bo im ahavato she'enu einenu mitalei mimenu v'lo misatzel b'chefso." The second factor is that you know that in addition to your friend's love towards you, but your friend will never ignore you. Why? Because he'll never be lax in fulfilling your wishes. Why? Because he will always be there to fulfill your wishes. Always. If all the above is not clear, he will be unable to trust his friend completely because he knows his friend may ignore him or become lax in fulfilling his wishes. But only when his friend has both qualities. A, he has compassion, and B, he's always attentive to him and he can rely on him without a shadow of a doubt, which means that your friend has you in his mind or her mind 24 hours a day. They have no one else that they're thinking about. Do we know someone like that? If you don't, but what if you do and you go, yes, I do. I have a friend that is absolutely compassionate and will be there for me any minute of the day. So Rabbeinu Bachaya says, but what if the person has the best intention to do so? He's there for you. He has the compassion. He has the time, but he does not possess the ability to do so. He is just not strong enough. So the third point in trust is not just your friend has compassion, and not just he'll be for you 24 hours a day. You know the story of this guy who called my husband a long time ago. It was 2:30 a.m. The phone rings in our bedroom. This is, back when we had phone lines in the bedroom. And the phone rings. My husband picks up the phone, and it's a congregant from the shul. And he says, Rabbi Plotkin, I have terrible, terrible pain in my heart. And I don't think it's a heart attack, but I can't sleep. I don't know what to do. My husband says, so why are you calling me? Call your doctor. He says, what? I should wake my doctor at 2:30 in the morning? Can't call your doctor, but you can call Rabbi Plotkin. We know we can call our rabbi any minute of the day because our rabbi is there for you. But what if you have a friend who's compassionate and is there for you, but he's not strong enough for you? So what is the third key in trust? The person being trusted must be so strong that he will not be won over by anyone who tries to oppose him, regarding any matter that he wishes to achieve. Nothing will stop him from fulfilling the requests of the one who is trusting in him. And he continues and he says, if he is weak, then the trust in him cannot be complete, despite his clear compassion and attentiveness. Why? Because in many situations, he will be lacking the means with which to fulfill the wants of the person trusting in him. Aha! So he has the first two. He's got the love and compassion. He's got the attentiveness, but he's not strong enough. And that's why Rabbeinu Bechaya says, only when all of the above three qualities are combined and are present in a friend will it be most appropriate for a person to place a trust in him. So if he only has the first two, guys, are you going to trust in him? He doesn't have that strength. Can you trust in him? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Could you? No, you can't. But, what if the person does have that third quality? And he can do anything. He's probably very powerful. He's got a lot of money. You need something, he has a plane for you right at your disposal. If you need any money to bail you out, he's got billions in his bank account, so a few million is nothing. So he has all of it. Is that enough? Rabbeinu Bechaya comes to us with a fourth quality. He said, however, even if the person is diligent and shows the ability to overcome any obstacle, but he may not know what's the best person's interest. It is therefore necessary that in addition to possessing the three other qualities, he also has to know what is the best interest. So, I don't know how many of you know a close family friend or a family member that is addicted to drugs or is mentally deteriorating and they need money from you. They tell you they're out in the street and they need some money to cover their hotel room, and they ask you for $200. And you know that they are spending every penny on drugs and alcohol. Do you think giving them money is the right thing to do? And we've had this conversation already in Tanya. We spoke about kindness and giving to others. I'll wait till this little helicopter, this small plane. Okay. You know that the person needs food and their room, but you're scared if you give them cash, they're going to spend it on drugs and alcohol. What do? You don't know what's best for them. You don't want to become a codependent. You don't want to enable them. And many people will say, and you can give me some ideas here on the comments, many people will say, give them food, call the hotel, and book their room so the money goes to the room. Don't give them cash. What if a person says, you know what? They really, really need the money, and I trust them. But are you making a mistake? Are you becoming an enabler? Because you're giving them now $200 with which they can now go into any heroin store here in Toronto and pick up anything. Anything. This is a big challenge. Do any of us who we feel we could be trusting friends, but do any of us really know what's best interest for everyone? Or, I'll give you a more relatable analogy. Your child wants certain sneakers to go to school. Or they want to go to a certain store to buy the right clothing because they want to be with the in crowd in school. And you're not sure if buying them this $400 pair of sneakers, yes, my friend, that's what some of them cost. If you're going to buy these $400 sneakers, or if you're going to buy them all the clothing and the coolest knapsack and the most perfect phone, is that for the best of your child? Really? Maybe that's going to give them the ability to get into the wrong gang. And you don't know what that gang that they're going to be joining is full of. Is that the best for your child? They want to go to a certain university. They can't get in, but you have connections. Is that necessarily going to be best for them? Is that going to make them have a better year? We don't know. So this fourth point that Rabbeinu Bachaya is giving us is really something to ponder about. Do the people that you trust really, really know what's best for you? Whether it's an investment, whether it's buying a certain house, whether it's going into a certain career. People that you trust, you're asking for advice, do they know what's best for you? I think there's a lot for us to ponder. Really a lot to think about. Think about people that I trust in implicitly. Do they have all the knowings before, now, and after my future, that they know that that is my best decision to make? Which schools I send my children to? And they give me advice. Do they know what's best for my children necessarily? It's a very, very hard question. See, here he says the fourth top 10, the fourth one of how to know who to trust. He says like this: the fourth factor is that the one who's being trusted knows which things will be of true benefit to the one who is trusting in him. And that which is good for the trusting one will not be hidden from him, both in situations where the benefit is apparent and in situations where the benefit is hidden. So the person that you're trusting him, does he know everything? Can he see what's revealed and what's hidden? If the friend does not know all this, then the person trusting him will lack the peace of mind to rely on him. Only when these four qualities come together in the friend who is being trusted, the knowledge of what will benefit him, his needs, ability to help him, active attentiveness and compassion, then he can trust in the friend. Then the trusting in this friend will be strengthened without any doubt. So he needs all four so far. He needs compassion. That's the first quality. He needs that his friend trusts in him and is attentive to him. Number 3, that he is so strong that he can win over any obstacles. He has strength, power, opportunities. And the fourth one is this one, that he knows what's best for you. He knows your past very well. He knows your present. And he knows your future. Do you know someone like that? Really? Okay. So Rabbeinu Bachai continues, and he says, the author continues by saying that in addition to all the above qualities, the person must be under the exclusive care of the one he trusts in, and for all his needs, since that person has always taken care of him. So he says, those 4, if you have that, that's great. But he says there's another thing you need. Are you ready for the 5th factor of trust? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready. That the person that you're trusting him has this 5th factor. And you want to know what the 5th factor is? What's the 5th factor, guys? I need feedback. I see there's a lot of you are live, but I need to see feedback. Because right now I'm talking to a reflection of myself, and I see the grass behind me, but I need to see you. I'm waiting for the day that I could see you guys again. I know, Francesca, in Italy, I might not see you in a class one day here, but if I make it to Italy, in fact, my son is there now. He's somewhere in Italy with his new lovely wife. And, yep, he's in your beautiful country. So, the 5th factor is this one. And tell me, either in the comments or in the emojis, if you know a person that you trust in right now that knows this. Okay, here we go. The 5th factor is the person being trusted is the only one who has taken care of him from the beginning of his existence through development, the 9 months when he was in his mother's womb, the days of his infancy, childhood, youth, adulthood, old age, and until the end of his days. Is there such a person living today that knows you that well, that's been with you that much. From your days of pregnancy, infancy, childhood, youth, adulthood, old age, until we pass away. That is a very high criteria to fill. Do you know anyone that has all 5? All right, we're going to do one more and we're going to continue. Now, I just want to tell you, next week, I'm not going to be doing a live because we have a wedding and I'm not going to be available at that time. So I know some of you are going to be looking for me that on Tuesday morning. So I'm just letting you know now, next Tuesday, not, but the following Tuesday. Oh no, the following Tuesday is Rosh Hashanah. We won't be live, but the following Tuesday after that. So here we go. The 6th factor. The 6th factor. But this is not enough, says the Rabbeinu Bachaya. Because even if a person has been cared for exclusively by another until now, someone else may possibly interfere and cause him harm. And only when the other person is the sole individual with the ability to do good or bad to him, then he can be fully trusted. Because the person in 5 who knows him from his infancy, youth, adulthood, old age, but are there other people that are around in his life and someone else might cause harm? So Rabbeinu Bachai says the 6th factor is that the person who has trust is completely in his hands only. No one else is able to harm him, help him, or protect him from harm. Just like the servant who's tied up and in prison, and he's only in the hands of the master. No one else can do anything good or bad to him. So you're totally in trust only to this person. And if that's there's one more factor. Finally, the author says, the friend who's being trusted must be known as generous and kind, both towards those who deserve it and those who do not. For if this quality is not present in that friend, he might give up trusting in him, thinking he is undeserving of his friend's kindness. So the last part is this. The person you trust has all 6. But if you are obnoxious to him, you are sly and mean and neglectful and inconsiderate and ungracious and ungrateful, and you are arrogant and you are sometimes mean and you are sometimes lazy, is that person still going to do all of this for you? My friends, do we have someone in our life that could promise us all these 7? I'm leaving you with this question, and the next time we meet, we will discuss this again. We're going to pick it up from here. I'm wishing you all a ksiva v'chasima tova, a good gebencht year, a year full of blessings, good health, nachas, gesund, pleasantness, opportunities that you've always wanted, good health, good relationships, nachas from your children, a good parnasa, and most of all, peace of mind. I'm giving you the blessing that you can trust in Hashem, that this year as you come into Rosh Hashanah, you are going to trust in the one God that you know has all of these 7 qualities. He is compassionate, He is loving, and He will never ignore you. You know that Hashem has a 3rd quality, that He is so strong, He created the world, He can do anything. Hashem has the 4th quality. What is the 4th quality? That nothing is hidden from Him. Everything is apparent. The hidden and the revealed. He knows everything about you. And He knows you so well, He knows what's best for you. The 5th quality, that He was with you from the minute that you were just a seed, and through infancy, and through childhood, and adulthood, and old age. He knows you, He's at your side. The 6th factor, Hashem is able to help you in any way, shape, or form, because He is in total control of the world, and He has opportunities everywhere and anywhere. And the last factor is, even if you and I don't trust in Him, And even if we are not fulfilling all the 613 mitzvahs, and we wake up in the morning, we go, well, why should Hashem take care of me today? I haven't done much for him. Hashem is our Father, and we can trust in him even if we don't deserve it. And that's what I think is the best part of this whole class today. Rabbeinu Bachai is telling us, even if we don't deserve it, but we trust in him. Even if we don't deserve it, but we trust in him implicitly, he will come through for us. And wishing you a Chag Kasher, V'Sameach, a good Keben Shaar, lots of honey this year, no stings. Good Yantiv.